as well as LinkedIn. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So many different time zones, so many different opportunities. Well, what happens after the healing? After you've slowed down, after you've felt everything, after you started nurturing yourself in a way you never have before, what comes next? This is where everything changes. This is restore. Mhm. Hi, I'm Nancy Nance, and you've been on this journey with me. Well, if you have been, we've been walking through a process. Identify, nurture, and now restore. Hmm. So, what is restore? Restore isn't about going back to who you were. It's not about fixing yourself. It's not about pretending nothing happened. Restore is about rebuilding your energy, your identity, your life. Not back to the old version of you, mm-mm, but forward into where and who you're becoming. And there's a reason why it's hard. And here's the part no one really prepares you for. This stage can feel uncomfortable because now you see clearly. You see the patterns, you see what no longer fits. You feel the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And that gap, it can feel overwhelming. You might feel tired, uncertain, even a little lost. Because when the old version of you falls away, there's a moment where you don't fully recognize yourself yet. Yeah, big one, big, big, big one, right? You're ready, but let me tell you something. If you're here, you're ready, not because you feel confident, but because you feel willing to choose differently, willing to grow, willing to not go back. And that willingness, that's everything. Yeah. So, what restore looks like? Well, restore isn't loud. It's not one big decision that changes everything overnight. It's small, consistent actions. It looks like setting boundaries that protect your energy, creating routines that support your life, showing up even when it's not perfect, letting go of what no longer aligns. Restore is repetition, not perfection. Hmm. So, the framework. This is where the Nancy Nance method expands. Identify, nurture, restore, reconnect. Identify what's happening, nurture how you respond, restore what you're rebuilding, and reconnect to who you truly are. Restore is where your new life starts taking shape. Practical tool. So here's something you can do today. The restore reset. Ask yourself, what am I rebuilding? What supports that version of me? And what needs to go? And then take one step. Just one, aligned with a new version of you you're becoming. Now, for the ones who are afraid, and I want to speak to the ones who feel scared right now because this part takes courage. You might be afraid to fail. You might be afraid to succeed. You might be afraid to be seen. But hear this. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step. All right? So you didn't come this far to stay where you are. Restore is your invitation to rebuild, to rise, to create something new. If this resonated with you, subscribe to Recover Your Joy. Share this with someone who's ready for their next chapter. And if you're stepping into this season, comment, I am restoring. Let's rise together. If you want next, I can remind you, okay? I can remind you of the things that are coming. The next chapter, the next memoir. Yeah. Number 2, choose joy. The fighter within is now with beta readers. So exciting. And it will be going to the editor on June the 1st. So think about those things right now. Right now, what's the next chapter that you're working on in your legacy of life? Thanks for tuning in.